Hey FFBE, what's going on? So here we are at the collision with Caledfwlch? I don't know, I can't pronounce this. It's a pretty easy trial, and I'm just going to go over how you can do it with pretty much guaranteed any team. So whoever you've got, and you can get this done pretty easily. So they're humans, they're weak to earth, and they have low defense. Alright, everybody in this trial, there's 3 waves. Okay? You just have to do earth damage once, so do earth damage, that should be pretty easy. And no items, no continues. Okay, so it's not a clear by turn X or anything like that. So what you really need is, all they do is AoE physical moves. And with the AoE physical moves, if you have a 100% evasion tank, you're almost completely immune to damage. On the second phase, there's kind of like a suit of armor looking guy, sort of like a robot, sort of like a suit of armor, and he will do single target magic attacks to your provoke tank, which is usually the same tank as the magic cover tank these days. So if you want to have a completely flawless run with no deaths, and you don't have the gear to one turn all 3 fights, then you would need a 100% evasion and at least 200% wind resistance. Now, if you're using a wind resistance buff or something like that, you would obviously do less as a natural equipment, but I used it as a natural equipment. So I brought Runda. I equipped him for 100% evade. He'll just do cover every turn. And yeah, he's got the 100% evade and 200% wind resistance. That's literally all you need. The rest of the team, as long as you're doing earth damage, can take as long as they want. The boss will do, all the bosses actually will do a buff to themselves where they buff their defense and spirit. So I equipped Roka on the team because she has a Dispel, which removes enemies' buffs, but doesn't remove their, imperils or anything like that. And then just for fun, I threw Napi on the team because I figured why not. I threw Ling on the team because she has Human Killer, and I threw Waka on the team because he has SR chaining with Napi. And that's it. I'm not going to show the gear for these units because it's completely irrelevant, okay? You just have to make sure that they have enough MP. You have to make sure that they're going to be using earth damage and just hitting every turn. If you're using a physical tank with 100% evasion and wind resistance, you're fine. The reason I'm using fight and flight on my tank is just because it has wind resistance on it. It has a lot of wind resistance, actually. There's 30%, and there's another 30%, bringing it up to 60% wind resistance. That's actually not too bad for one of those free cards. And then I have some, I have Blizzard Orb and Proof of Talent on there, just because his counter does give back MP. So I threw that on there just so he could counter and give back MP sometimes. But that's it. The whole rest of the units, their gear and everything's irrelevant. I geared Napi for the best gear I could do, and everybody else is pretty much naked except for MP recovery. We're going to go ahead and go in. You can bring in whatever units you've got as long as you're hitting for earth damage, okay? If you need a list of earth imbuers, I will put one in the comment section down below, so do check that out, okay? So I'm going to turn the in-game volume down just a little bit. I noticed that was a little high. Okay, so all I'm going to do with Runda is going to do triple android, and he's going to do cover 1 turn, and we'll go ahead and use Runda laser and provoke. If you don't have him geared with innate provoke in some way, there, now he has provoke. Okay, what I'm going to do with my Roka is not that. I'm going to do her triple. She's going to do the Dispel every turn to get rid of those buffs. She's going to do an Earth Imbue and an Earth Imperil to the whole team. And then she's going to fill the LB gauge for the party. Alright. Well, Napi's going to Brave Shift. wait for her. All right, and whoop, my little Napi's gonna do triple Kupo Barrage. And White Dragon Ling is gonna do double dance because triple is only unlocked for this turn. And Assassin Stance. And boost attack and magic. Alright, Waka is going to do triple ability. That way he chains better with our Napi. And he's going to do attack, blitz, ball shot 3 times. Okay, so I'm just going to hit both of those, are both attackers at the same time. Okay, did a good little chunk of damage to this human enemy that is weak to earth. And I should be able to, I'm actually going to hit reload so the timing's a little bit better. But after I make the timing a little bit better, I should just be able to hit repeat, and that should be it for the whole rest of the fight. Alright, let those two get their damage in. Okay. Runda goes out, he covers, the whole rest of the party's immune to damage. We're absolutely fine, no problem at all. I like the Season 4 sprite for Rain. I think it's actually pretty great. The shadow doesn't match up on the sprite for the enemy sprite. Like, it seems like his one foot is just kind of floating there, but whatever. And again, the reason that I'm not showing the gear for the rest of the team is just because I encourage you to use whoever your best units are and use that earth damage. Oh, I don't have it unlocked currently to where I can do repeat battle. That's why it's not working. All right. Why isn't it going? Now I can hit repeat. All right, so we hit repeat. And it's just gonna go and keep doing this until, you know, the trial's over. This is the boss that will hit you for wind damage. And see if we can see here. Vervolvind, that's his wind damage single target move. And that's pretty much, I mean, he has some AoE physicals, but really his one big move is that single target wind. It seems that we've messed up on our chaining, so let's reset our chainers. I don't know why they're not chaining there. That was weird. Go do the chaining. I don't know why they decided that they were like 145, 145. That was weird. Alright. Hopefully that fixed it. I was on repeat for the whole previous fight, and I moved to this one, and just chaining just goes out the window for some reason on repeat. I don't know. Spaghetti code. Honestly, this is probably one of the easiest fights if you have a physical cover tank. You probably don't even need the wind resistance if you're using really high mitigations and attack breaks, but I'd rather be immune to damage than worrying about if I survive or not. Alright, so we keep at that until the end of this fight, so I will see you guys there in just a minute of the end of this robot suit of armor. So we'll just go ahead and skip to the end of this little guy. Alright, and we're back. I just wanted to key in that this guy is actually machine, so if you want to build for human and machine, but this particular boss is actually machine. So first wave human, second wave machine, third wave human again. So if you want to build for machine, but honestly, you could not build for killers at all, and it just takes longer. That's it. It's literally, if you have a physical cover tank that is able to keep up their MP, I guess, with 100% evasion and wind resistance, it doesn't matter how long you take, you're gonna win. So just come in here with your best boy Runda, or any other physical tank you have, I guess. Then we've got Roos and Nikila? I don't know. I'm gonna call her Nikila. They are both, again, weak to earth damage. So all you have to do is just hit them with earth damage. They will buff themselves a little bit. If you want to dispel that, you can. You don't have to. It just makes them, you know, be tankier. They try and hit with AoE physical moves, but we're completely immune, so there's no problem to it. Runda's healing back our MP every turn. So really, this fight is on from turn 1 until the end of it. If you've got an imbuer and then just some DPSs, a breaker or something, you're good. Like, one of my favorite breakers is Waka, actually, because he does AoE breaks. They're 85%, and he can chain either SR or CWA. So I actually think Waka is probably the best Neo Vision's Awakening we've ever had. Honestly, because he chains, he does 85% breaks, he stably goes into just about any team. Yeah, I think he's absolutely amazing. If it weren't for those two skills, though, he's terrible. But yeah. Now we've got Roos down, and we'll start working on Nikila. There goes Roos, and it'll just be the same for Nikila. I kind of like this background. I really wish that we had a background selector, like how you can select the vision card and set that on the home screen. Really, 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 really wish that we had a background lock feature or select feature. I really think it's one of the largest improvements I would want to see to the game. Honestly, just as far as visual UI, is just being able to pick the background. I think it would be amazing. Nikila, come on. Come on, be dead already. See, I'm not even doing inputs, I'm just waiting for the repeat to kill her. Super simple fight. Super simple fight. This is probably the easiest Lapis that we've ever gotten. If you've got a physical cover tank, you're immune to this whole fight. You could come in here with a day 1 account if you can do a physical cover tank, honestly. Boom, get it done. There's that last bit of damage. All right. See, as long as we kept our, MP up, which Runda does from his counters, so we threw a Blizzard Orb on him, and he's keeping our MP up, so it's no problem. We'll take a look at damage, our damage spreadsheet, just so we can see that. Again, yeah, not showing the gear on the DPSs or anything, just because, and by the way, like, it's just, they all have MP recovery on them, and Napi has lots of damage. That's literally all. So we got all the damage coming off of Napi, and then everybody else doing their thing. Waka threw in a little bit, but Waka literally doesn't have gear on. So that's interesting. Maybe if I geared him, we would have done that faster. All right, next. But again, that is all missions. That works for all stages. You'd end up getting the Mystery Crystal. You'll get the 3000 Lapis. You'll get the tickets. If you go through other stages with just your tank and your best units, then you get the Unbending Shroud. You get the, I don't know, EX coins, 100 Lapis. So hopefully this guide helped you guys out a little bit. Talk to you guys later. Much love. Peace. Hey guys, so I'm going to let you in on FFBE's worst kept secret and how to save up to 20% on FFBE. Amazon coins are the best way for you to buy in-app purchases in games like FFBE, War of the Visions, or any other mobile games that you might enjoy. All you have to do is download the Amazon App Store and install it, and then from the Amazon App Store you download FFBE or any of your other favorite mobile games. You log in, you buy the Amazon coins, then you take those coins and buy the same bundles, the same lapis, but it's cheaper because you save it up to 20% when you use your Amazon coins. Also, if you decide to use your Amazon coins, then it's a great way to support this channel as well. So, if you do spend money in-game, and if you want to save some of it while also supporting this channel, click the links below. Quick shout out to the Amazon App Store for supporting this video. Thanks guys. Now on to the main event.